championships for Eastern Ontario and Quebec. So let's start off. This morning we have the Trois-Riviere Blackbirds against the Orleans Red Sox. Home game goes to Orleans via coin flip. So let's start by introducing Trois-Riviere. Leading off for Trois-Riviere, the starting pitcher, number 17, Samuel Gauthier, le lanceur partant. Batting second, le catcher, le receveur, number 31, Sam Desmarais. Batting third, the shortstop, le déco, number 21, Joey Blanchette. Batting fourth, the third baseman, the troisième but, number 23, Jaden Renaud. Batting fifth, number 22, Xavier Jobidon. Batting sixth, the first baseman, the premier but, number 32, Romeo Macedo. Batting seventh, the left fielder, le champ gauche, Théo Marcil, number 12, no do. Batting eighth, number 7, the right fielder, le champ droit, Thomas Gauthier. Batting ninth, the second baseman, le deuxième but, numéro 9, number 9, Nathan Mathieu. Batting 10th, number 44, Émeric Fournier. And batting 11th, the center fielder, le chanson, number 55, Loïc Saint-Louis. Coaches, Benoît Gauthier, Daniel Mathieu, and the manager, Pascal Bois. Now introducing the Orleans Red Sox. Leading off for the Red Sox, number 12, the second baseman, the deuxième but, Edison Jabrin. Batting second, the third baseman, the troisième but, number 6, Liam McInnes. Batting third, the shortstop, Radical, number 11, Grayson Pierce. Batting fourth, the starting pitcher, number 9, le lanceur partant, Hunter Laporte. Batting fifth, the catcher, le receveur, number 18, Thomas Bouchard. Batting sixth, the left fielder, le champ gauche, number 3, Ryder Dubo. Batting seventh, number 1, Cale Sear. Batting eighth, number 14, the right fielder, le champ droit, Lachlan Albert. Batting ninth, the first baseman, the premier but, number 4, Malcolm Lee. Batting 10th, number 7, Thomas Casey. Batting 11, number 20, Cole Rain. And batting 12th, number 16, the center fielder, the chanson, Andrew Webster. Your coaches, Long Lee and Colin Sitter, and the manager, Joe Jabrin. I would just ask everybody to rise and remove their hats. If you're able to rise for the singing of our national anthem.
We stand
invite Cole Rain to come do the English pledge, Nathan Mathieu to do the French pledge. On the parent side, we have Nadia Bouchard to do the parent English pledge, and Christine Hull from the French parent pledge.
Yeah, she's going to run it over to you. Yeah, wait a second. We only have the one mic.
I would think so.
Tu peux tenir le fil pour le monsieur.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, so who are we doing first? You can do English.
I trust in God, I love my country, and I will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win. But win or lose, I'll always do my best.
Je crois en Dieu, j'aime mon pays, je respecterai les lois. Je jouerai honnêtement et j'essaierai de gagner. Mais que je gagne ou non, je ferai toujours de mon mieux.
Thank you. Very good. English.
The Little League Parent and Volunteer Pledge. I will teach all children to play fair and do their best. I will positively support all managers, coaches, and players. I will respect the decisions of the umpires. I will praise a good effort despite the outcome of the game.
J'enseignerai à tous les enfants à jouer avec fair play et à faire de leur mieux. Je soutiendrai positivement tous les managers, entraîneurs et joueurs. Je respecterai les décisions des arbitres, je féliciterai les efforts fournis, quel que soit le résultat du match.
Bravo! We got a guy over there vaping right by the fence at the end over there. He's vaping big time.
Okay.
Let him know.
Yep.
Down past the tent is where I saw him, Mark.
Okay.
Not the one in the outfield. This guy in an orange shirt. He was just the other side of that fence. Right field line.
One, two, three, Red Sox!
Guys, we'll tell you when to come out. We'll tell you when to come out. Go.
Isn't it 30 meters? Isn't that the provincial standard?
I'm pretty sure.
Just remember when you make numerous announcements.
Yeah. Well, this guy was leaning up against the fence during the hit-out in an orange t-shirt.
Am I on now?
No, I told Ray. He's told the umpires. He let it big billboard just right during that.
Big? Big thing?
All right, Matt. We're hitting your game, man. You guys got here.
Hello and welcome here to beautiful Kingston, Ontario for Day 2 of the 2026 Eastern Canadian Intermediate Championships. My name's Jacob Ewing, joined alongside producer Rias Hennessy, and what a game it is to start the day. A team that unfortunately, broadcast-wise, we had some troubles with. Wasn't the smoothest game, but if you talk about smooth, the Trois-Riviere Blackbirds were perfect yesterday. A 22-0 victory in Game 1 against the Cornwall River Rats, looking to produce that type of offense again here today. Their opponent, a team that's still looking to get in the win column. It's the Orleans Red Sox, who fell in an 11-1 deficit in Game 2 of yesterday, but a chance to change things here in the morning. We've had a slight delay in first pitch due to some air quality reasons. Things to be, after checking with some officials and some Little League higher-ups, looks like we're good to go. Starting pitcher this morning for the Orleans Red Sox goes to number 9, Hunter Laporte. Will look to get things done, at least to start the game for Orleans. And leading things out for the Blackbirds goes to number 17, the starting pitcher on the defensive side. We'll see him in the bottom of the inning, number 17, Samuel Gauthier. And ladies and gentlemen, should be a great day of ball, and it all starts here at 11:29, first pitch in the morning. 3 games scheduled for today, and we're underway. The first pitch from Laporte. And strike one on the outside corner behind the plate this morning for the Red Sox, number 18, Thomas Bouchard. And getting that one in the back is Gauthier, and he'll start things off with a leadoff walk. After he got it square in the back, the pitch must have gone away from Laporte, and it's a leadoff base runner. And he looks to be okay, made the trot down to first. And here's Sam Desmarais. Number 31 will play catcher on the defensive side of the ball here. We'll test runner at first, and while sliding back in time, Gauthier is safe and sound. So we'll see Desmarais and Blanchet, the confirmed 3 here in the top of the inning. On the run is Gauthier. That's a ball over top of the head of Desmarais, and they won't even test him as Samuel Gauthier steals a base. And he's got himself in a scoring position. Turn and fire again. Really testing him here early on. Gauthier aggressive on the base path, but Hunter Laporte proving that he's not scared to test a runner. And so far he's 0 for 2. That one gets to the backstop. Here goes Gauthier down to third, and he'll slow on up to a jogging pace. Safe and sound, goes from one corner to the next all by himself. And Samuel Gauthier is a base hit away from opening up the scoring here for the Blackbirds. And that's just good base running there from Gauthier. Gets tested twice, stays in a nice little ratio, not too far off the bag, but still far enough where he seizes an opportunity. He sees an opportunity, he'll seize it. Two-0 lead for Desmarais. Here's the pitch. Underneath of it, pops it back into foul territory, and we'll get the first strike of the at-bat. But yeah, it was a demolition yesterday for the Blackbirds against the River Rats. Didn't allow a single run. They were flawless from the mound. As their starting pitcher, that was Romeo Nisido, went almost very deep into the ball game. Forget if he completed it off the top of my head as Desmarais fouls that one back, and well, Laporte makes it a 2-2 count. But most impressively, it was the offense. The bats were going. Another achievement that Romeo Nisido had. He also had the only home run so far of the tournament as he piped one at least 225 feet over to right field. And there's Desmarais, fires this one right up the alley to left center field, and he'll get himself an RBI. He's looking for 2. The plate is second, is off the target. But Samuel Gauthier opens the scoring, and it's 1-0 for Trois-Riviere. And he got all over it, just barreled it as soon as he saw the pitch he liked, and Here's Joey Blanchette, the shortstop. And well, gotta feel a bit of confidence here when you're hitting the 3 spot, and when you come up to the bats, you already have a run on the board. First pitch to Blanchette will paint the outside from Laporte. Here's the 0-1. Pardon me, Laporte will turn and fire, and got to be careful about those ones. We've seen many times yesterday when pitchers turn the 180 and fire at the second that it could spill on down to center field, and sometimes it does give the green light for runners to go and get a free base. So if you're going to try, you got to make sure you're on your game. Blanchette fires that one down to no man's land and getting waved around his Desmarais, and it's a 2-0 ball game as it's back-to-back RBIs from back-to-back batters, as Desmarais batted home Gauthier moments ago, and he gets to home plate himself, and it's 2-0 for the Blackbirds. And here's the cleanup hitter, Jaden Renault.
Number 23, Jaden Renault.
As I mentioned, air quality issues here in Kingston, as much of kind of southern, western, and eastern Ontario are having air quality issues. As many places kind of on this first region of Canada, as free base there for Blanchette as he'll steal second. As I think it was dancing around a 10 is, I believe, the maximum we got, potentially even 11, but it's kind of, I believe, dancing around maybe a 9-8 right now. I believe it's supposed to drop down to 3, though, within the next 30 minutes is what I've been hearing. That ball spills to the backstop, and there goes Blanchette down the third. And just like Gauthier did, he goes from one corner to the next all by himself. And it seems like the Trois-Riviere plan is early on to steal as many bases as they can get and drive home base runners, as well. It's proved successful, having now a 2-0 lead. And Renault likes that one, as he gets the first strike in the count. As Hunter Laporte got to find a way to battle his way back into this inning. Still no outs. And one would kind of swing some momentum his way. 2-1. At strike 2, chips the outside, gets the call. Looked like a bit of a breaking ball. Looked like going down the middle and then broke its way outside. 2-2. Renault on the end of the bat, rides up the first base line and will stay fair. And Lee will make the easy play, scoop it up and get the out. But a run will score as Blanchette comes around, and it's 3-0.
Now batting number 22, Xavier Jobidon.
And here's Xavier Jobidon with no base runners on here. That swings a tad too late on the first pitch. And we'll take a strike. We'll see if this can create any momentum for Orleans. Getting that big first out and having nobody on the base paths anymore. The 0-1. And will be ball one. We'll split the first 2. But just similar sights to what we saw yesterday. Top of the order, so powerful. In fact, you can even move up and down the order. The entirety of the lineup for the Blackbirds has strength at the bats. 1-1. Jobidon gets a piece of it. Fouls enough. And a chance and an opportunity here for Laporte to pick up his first punch out of the morning. It's the 1-2. Strike 3, the call. And the drop from Bouchard won't matter. He'll get the tag, and it's a punch out for Hunter Laporte, and there's 2 down.
Now batting number 32, Romeo Nacedo.
And here's the only guy to hit a home run so far through 3 games, Romeo Nacedo. So much power, even velocity from the mound. He is the starting pitcher in yesterday's game for the Blackbirds. Now playing first base here today. But he's definitely probably the tallest stature that we've seen so far in this tournament. We'll see how Laporte works them. First pitch to Necedo, down for a ball. That one to the backstop, but we'll see another ball here. I believe to make it 3 straight. And we'll have a mound meeting as Bouchard will want a word with Laporte after giving up 3 straight balls. As the infield will also gather together. Just 1 out away to sending his team back to the bats though, and already down 3-0. Obviously would want to get out of it with that, the maximum amount of damage that would be done. .3-0 and gets one back, the automatic strike. As he'll start his battle back into it. See if Laporte can do it again. And it's ball 4 for Nocido. And he'll head down to first base. And not a bad walk to give up. Is, well, if they watched the earlier game, they would understand if they give him something he likes, he can go yard or especially deep. So they'll give him a walk, and we'll have Teo Marcil to the plate. With a runner to work with. First pitch to Marcil will be on the outside for a ball. So 6 out of the 7 teams will play today. The only team not to play is the host team, the Kingston Colts, who, well, had the best game of yesterday. 8-7 thriller against the Oakville Whitecaps, where the Whitecaps took the W. So they're the only team who we won't see today, but we'll see every other team. Can't remember the matchups off the top of my head, but I know they'll be fantastic because they've proven yesterday that they're going to be great. I just hope for some closer games, as we had 2 mercy rules yesterday. That one takes a bounce off the catcher's foot, and there goes Nocido down to second. An easy trot as he'll steal a base. I believe that actually got a piece of the umpire. His catcher checks with him, he's all good. Held the 2-1. Marcil underneath of it, lifts in the foul territory, and will get just outside defense for nobody able to get there in time. And that will equal 2 strikes now in the count. Chance for Laporte to send his team to the offense. And well, just like yesterday, the Blackbirds made a ritual to have extremely long offensive innings. Can the Red Sox put a fork in it? Pop up in the infield to the shortstop, makes the grab as Grayson Pierce gets underneath of it to end the top of the first. So the Blackbirds awaken their offense again, just like they did yesterday. It's 3-0. When we come back, though, Orleans, their first opportunity at the bats, and we'll see what they can do. Bottom of the first inning as we join you back here at historic Cricket Field. Leading things off for the Red Sox, Edison Jabreen will be followed up by Liam McInnes and Grayson Pierce, the confirmed 3 here for Orleans. Starting pitcher this morning for the Blackbirds, their leadoff hitter number 17, Samuel Gauthier. As Jabreen goes swinging on the first one, does hit the infield, throw to first, is airmailed over top of Nosidol, and it's a lead-off base hit for Jabreen and a base runner for the Red Sox to work with. As it looked like there was an attempt there by the second baseman, Nathan Mathieu, in the infield to kind of grab that right before it hit the dirt, but it did take a little bit of a bounce, able to handle it, but the throw was just off the mark. And a good ambush there by Jabreen. Swinging on the first pitch that Gauthier delivered. And here's McInnes. Pitch on the inside for a ball. McInnes pitched deep into the game yesterday, so not eligible to pitch today. He's on third base in the infield as it stands right now. Here's the 1-0, swings on that one for strike one, and we split the first 2 pitches. We'll keep an eye on how aggressive Jabreen is on the base path as we saw it come to success for the Blackbirds in the top of the inning. We'll see if they try to match it potentially. Here's the 1-1. Bounce to the dirt. That's a great pick there by Desmarais behind the plate in order to keep it in front of him. McInnes gets that one up by the eyesight. And it's ball 3. And a chance here to put back-to-back base runners on, which would be huge, and that would put tying run at the plate for Orleans. Obviously trying to get out of this hole immediately, not let it drag on. 3-1. McInnes swings on one on the outside. Strike 2, move us to a full count. And we'll have the payoff pitch to McInnes. And it's down to the dirt for ball 4. And it's 2 runners on now for the Red Sox. After that pitch was way off the mark, and makes McInnes' job a little easier, not having to battle for a pitch or continue the count or make a close decision. Pretty clear there that that's going to be ball 4. And here's Grayson Pierce, the shortstop. First pitch to Pierce, high chopper to the mound, comes down in time, play to first, got him. So runners will advance. Both now into scoring position. I'm sure that's an out that Pierce is okay with.
Number 9, Hunter Laporte.
And here's Hunter Laporte as the 2 pitchers will go for a battle here. In the cleanup spot and a chance to put some runs on the board. He looks for bunt, will foul it back. We'll see if he continues that strategy, but this is a great opportunity for the Red Sox. They've set themselves up here early. In a game yesterday where I believe they only scored about 1 or 2 runs, if my memory has me correct. Chance to really start the ball game with some pep, especially going down into a 3-0 hole against a very offensive team in the Blackbirds. And when it's piped into foul territory off the first base line, lots of power from the board, just a tad late on the slice. No 2 count going Gauthier's way. Here's the pitch. Got him. Freezes Laporte up and strikes him out as he gets one perfectly just on the outer half of the plate. And there's 2 down and a chance here for Gauthier in his infield or his outfield to get himself out of the situation that they put themselves in. Here's Thomas Bouchard trying to change that. This ball supposed to the backstop. Play at the plate. His runner's coming home. He's safe and sound. And Edison Jabreen opens the scoring for the Red Sox. And I mentioned how crucial matching the aggressive base running would be for the Red Sox if they want to keep up with the high-scoring Blackbirds, and that is perfectly what they need to do. sees an opportunity and takes advantage. And it's 3-1. Runner at third, ready to come home. That's Liam McInnes. And that's a quick ball, too, on Bouchard. And he's got a lead. (2-0) inside, ball 3. And a count fully in his favor. Gotta find the strike zone here if you're Gauthier. 3-0. Bouchard, and gets it through the infield as he rips it to left, and it's an RBI single for Thomas Bouchard, and McInnes comes around, and it's 3-2.
Now batting number 3, Ryder Jibbo.
Tying run now aboard first base. And there's Ryder Dibble, the left fielder. They're trying to keep the inning alive. Strike 1 on the inside corner. But the Orleans Red Sox matching or outdoing the amount of offense they had yesterday in about 5 innings, 5 or 6 innings, I believe that game went. And just the bottom of the first here today. I'll test him again. Sliding back in time is Bouchard. That's back-to-back attempts there from Gauthier. Well, the 0-1 to Debo. Strike 2 on the outer half. Time will be called as Debo will step away. Seeing 2 on both sides of the plate. Wants to keep the mojo going on the offensive side that the Red Sox have created. Chance for Gauthier to get out of it, the 0-2. Gets a piece of it, fouls it off. As the Red Sox dugout has been ignited, they are cheering. And while our third base cam is actually set up on their dugout, and while it is shaky for sure from our look, Debo, pardon me, high chopper, and it will just go foul as Renault trying to step into it and cut it off, but probably the safer play to let it go foul, as that's a hard throw with his body bent over. 5-3 cross diamond. So Debo will stay with a pair of strikes. Still in the count after seeing 4 pitches. 0-2, runner's going. Debo keeps it in the infield, lightly hit. Can someone recover to first base? The race. And the umpire, I believe it's going to be a foul ball, as it went off the foot of Debo when he hit it. So we'll ease the excitement, as we once thought that it would be a race for first base, as Nocido committed to getting that ball off the first base bag, but I believe we're going to stay at an 0-2 count. As Debo kind of looked confused at first. Obviously, he would understand if it did hit off his foot. So nonetheless, we'll pull him back to the play, and we'll have another 0-2. Make that a throw down to first again. And he's safe and sound. 0 for 3 on the pickoff attempt is Samuel Gauthier. And time is being called, and it looked like the second base umpire is calling that. I believe Gauthier rubbed the ball on his pants. And that's all. I don't know if that's allowed due to, it could be substance. And some type of rule that permits that. Coach is having a word with him, clarifies. And so that will go down as a ball in the count as well. So we'll move it to 1 and 2. Outside ball 2, and what a count DeBow has worked here. It was 0-2 through 5 pitches, and he's earned himself back-to-back balls, and he's back in it. 2-2 pitch. And it's a full count. Putting on a clinic here is Ryder DeBow. Take notes, folks. If you're trying to learn how to work an at-bat like a professional. And we'll have a payoff here from Gauthier. DeBow in the glove of Renault to end the inning. Fast reaction time as he kind of got it with a bit of spin on it. Did DeBow, but Renault able to stretch out and keep that ball within his territory, and that will do it for the first inning. The Red Sox get 2, and it's a 1-run game as the Blackbirds will go back to the offense when we come back. Top 2 as we join you back here in Kingston on a delayed start as we start about 20 minutes late to this game due to the air quality issues, but they are dropping down, I believe, as the hour goes on, as we were around a 10 earlier on today. And leading things off, it's Thomas Gauthier. Will be followed up by Nathan Mathieu and Emerick Fournier. The confirmed 3-year for the Blackbirds, who got their offense started early. 3 runs in the top of the first inning. But the Orleans Red Sox matched it. And that's all we can ask for, a close game. Well, especially from the broadcast-wise, you love a close game. As both these teams were on different sides of blowouts yesterday, with the Blackbirds' big victory. And Orleans, well, they were on the opposite side. It's on the outside for a ball. It's back-to-back to start the up. We're gonna make that ball three straight balls for Gauthier, Thomas Gauthier. And gets one back on the outer half. As it's Hunter Laporte back on the bump for his second consecutive inning. Would like a bit of a cleaner start as the top of the order really got to him. And strike 2 to keep him there. He's worked the full count. That's all Laporte's got to do, get a rhythm here early as he got better as the inning went on in the first. And here's the payoff. Got him! Strike three swinging on Thomas Gucci, and it's a leadoff punch out for Hunter Laporte. And that's a way to spark your defense. You can see there the infield meets up with him, gives him a tap, says a couple words. And they'll look to do it again, as here's Nathan Mathieu, the second baseman. Mathieu pipes it up the middle for a base hit. As he splits the two middle infielders right over top of Laporte's head, nothing he could do about it. And it's an ambush, first pitch swinging for a single.
Now batting number 44,
and there's Emerick Fournier, not playing in the field here to start the ball game. But will have his first at-bat as we approach the bottom of the order with Louis St. Louis rounding things out in the batter's box. Pardon me, in the up deck circle, make that. Bunt attempt from Fournier. We'll get a piece of it, fouls it back. As Fournier will call time, we have a discussion with his third base coach. See if it goes back to that bunt attempt we just saw. That is the plan. Nonetheless, will be 0-1. Support will fire down to first, and easy slide back there for Mathieu. As he wasn't too far off the base path, he's sending a message there was Laporte, who showed in the top of the first inning he wasn't scared to do that. 0-1 now, runners on the wheel to second, down in the dirt for a ball, tossed down off the target. And it's a free base there for Mathieu as he steals it, moves himself into a scoring position. And while Mathieu basically says after the pickoff attempt just happened that you can keep me on my toes, but when I'm going to go, I'm going to put my all into it. And he does, steals a base, throw down to second. Was off. That gets intertwined with the body of Mathieu, who was diving back to the bag. And so it wasn't clean, but he'll slide back in time. Black uniform full of dirt now is Mathieu over at second. Ford will step off again, really testing with Mathieu. Can't let him get in the head. Got to focus on the at-bat here, but of course you have to have it in the back of your mind, but you can't let it control you. Here goes Mathieu down to third, tossed down, close. The tag, not there in time. Mathieu with a perfect slide, goes from one corner to the next as he steals a pair of bases during Fournier's at-bat. And you gotta rate the attempt there from Debois. He was on the mark, and it was milliseconds, I would say, away from the call being reversed the other way. Fournier shuffles away. And it's ball three. Chance here to put runners in the corners. We'll see how Laporte battles. 3-1 pitch. It's ball four on the outer half to the backstop. There's a green light there for the runner. Mathieu comes around and makes it 4-2, doubles the tally of the Red Sox. They've taken a 2-run lead after Mathieu goes to first, gets it after he got himself a single, steals second, steals third, and steals home. And Fournier gets the first walk of the inning. And here's St. Louis. They'll test him again. And an easy slide back. Runners have to know, especially if you're on first base, that that is where Laporte likes to toss it down. He'll test you at least once if you're on base. And there's Louis St. Louis. As we'll go back to the top of the order after his at-bat. The pitch is whipped on the outside. Start things off with a ball. St. Louis shows bunt. Runner down to second, and a throw not there in time. A base stolen by Fournier. That's the second time it's happened after a pickoff attempt that the runner goes on the next pitch. We'll see if Fournier is as aggressive as Mathieu was. 1-0. Gonna make that the 1-1, and that's a 1-2 as a strike two comes through. And Laporte, who started off this inning with a strikeout against Gauthier, looking for his second one here in the top two. He's got an opportunity here. He'll deliver the 1-2 pitch. Just misses on the outside. That's a pitch that could have gone either way. We'll go to the 2-2 from Laporte. It's ball 3. Work the full count. Laporte doesn't look like he's too focused on Fournier over at second, like he was at Mathieu just a couple moments ago. Payoff. St. Louis fouls it off to stay in it. We'll go to another payoff after that last foul ball. Got him. Drop strike 3. DeBow handles it. Toss down to first. Easy. Runners going to third. Cross diamond. Can they get 2? They do! Oh my, it's an infield masterclass from the Red Sox as they get a double play off a drop strike 3. And Fournier getting a bit too aggressive, going from second to third. And the Red Sox make him pay to get out of the inning, only allowing 1 run to score. And it's 4-2 as we'll head to the bottom of the second, with the Red Sox creating a bit of momentum for themselves. When we come back, we'll see if they can turn that momentum into some offense. Bottom of the second inning as we join you back here in Kingston. The Red Sox, well, if you saw that play to end the top of the second, was just beautiful. We'll see if they can, well, turn that success into some success on the offense. And leading things off is Cale Sear. We're followed up by Lachlan Albert and Malcolm Lee. The 3 due up here in the bottom 2. Sear not playing in the field to start the game. Will show bunt. Lays it down, just foul. Samuel Gauthier back on the mound for his second consecutive 2 runs allowed in the first inning after allowing a single and a walk to the first 2 batters. He's got an 0-2 count here, looking for a leadoff punch out to start off his inning. And he steps off, didn't like really what his catcher was relaying to him. See, ball one. Stares that one down, gets back-to-back balls. To battle his way back into it. We'll have the 2-2. Jammed on the inside, fouls it back. As it was near the hands of Sear. And you get there, if there's a competition for most energetic dugout, it's definitely going to the Orleans Red Sox, especially in this game. And it's ball 3 on the breaking ball in the outer half. And it's a full count after this one started 0-2. Great at-bat here from Sear. Can he finish it off? Payoff from Gauthier. And it's ball 4, and Cale Sear, what an at-bat that was. 4 straight balls after going 0-2 down, and will win it. Got aboard first base. And it looks like we'll have a mound meeting here as coach comes out to have a word with Gauthier. They'll also looks like to have a fielding change as well, as Nathan Mathieu gets pulled from second base and will start his warm-up in the bullpen. And we'll see who's going out. It looks like Fournier is going out to the outfield, going to play left.
Now batting number 14,
Coming in from center is Louis St. Louis. So St. Louis in center. Pardon me, goes from center to second base. As that one to the backstop, there goes Sear down to second, steals base. And a scoring position, as I was saying, St. Louis now to second base. Out in center field was Marcial. He shifts from left field, and Fournier takes his spot in left field. Albert reaches on the second half for a strike. Here's the 1-1. Ball 2. And we'll see how long Gauthier will go in this game as they've taken a position player out to warm up at the bullpen. So we'll see if they want to make that an immediate reaction or just precautionary. Breaking ball for a strike to break to 2-2. Runner down to third. The throw off the target goes to left field and it sneaks on by Renault. And it's Sear who gets to third base testing his luck, but he is successful. As it's a full count now for Lachlan Albert. And the payoff pitch here from Gauthier. Strike 3. As he gets him swinging. And it's the first punch out of the inning here for Gauthier, and there's one down.
Now batting number 4, Malcolm Lee.
And there's Malcolm Lee, who was, I believe, the starting pitcher in yesterday's game. 37 pitches for Samuel Gauthier, and it looks like that will do it on the rubber for Samuel Gauthier through 37 pitches, which reverts back to 32, keeps him underneath of that 35 pitch count. So I believe it's a one-day rest for Samuel Gauthier, and they'll bring in the reliever Nathan Mathieu, who we saw warming up just a couple moments ago. And the Blackbirds look to put a fork in this Red Sox offense, which is starting to spark something with Sear now at third.
Now pitching for Trois-Riviere, number 9, Nathan Mathieu.
So Mathieu is all warmed up and ready to join the ball game. Inherits a runner. At third, 1 out as we just saw moments ago with the punch out against Lachlan Albert. And there's Malcolm Lee, the first baseman, ready to face the new reliever. He stares it down, strike on the outside. This is a little bit of a breaking ball from Mathieu. So as I was saying, it's a 1 day's rest for our starter, Samuel Gaultier. We'll be able to pitch tomorrow. That's if they even play tomorrow. I'm not sure of the schedule. It's one team off every single day. But they must have kept them under that ratio for a reason. If they don't play tomorrow, it makes even more sense because, well, that's his day where they don't play. So he'll be able to pitch in their next available game. As that one's off the end of the bat by Lee into foul territory, and it's another strike. Let's go down to 0-2. This one to the backstop. Here comes Sear on home. The flip to Mathieu. The tag. Not there in time. He's safe and sound. As Cale Sear gets one back for the Red Sox, it's 4-3. And that is the name of the game. We've seen probably about half a run scored off of balls to the backstop. You get so many free bases when it spills on by. It's definitely worth the risk of coming on home or even advancing a bag if you're in the infield. That's strike 3, drop strike 3 from Lee. Throw down to first. Got to be there with some pep. Did he drop it? He didn't able to hold on, as it was questioned there for a moment. As Xavier Gibadon at first base had his glove right up against the dirt, but able to squeeze it in time, and it's strike 3 for Lee, and there's 2 down. And here's Thomas Tessier. It's ball 1 up high for Tessier as we are in the final 3 batters of the order for the Red Sox. We'll see if we'll see these batters in the bottom 2 or if we'll have to see them in the bottom 3. And strike 1 down the middle. Split the first 2 pitches. One. Outside ball 2. Tessier likes it underneath him, it fouls it back. And 2 strikes against him. And Mathieu a chance to Well, he's let up 1 run since joining the ball game, but would still be a great inning if he's able to get out of it here. No runners on, 2 outs, 2-2 pitch. Up high, and it's another full count. Seen quite a few of these here this morning, or shall I say this afternoon, as we've dipped into 12 o'clock. Payoff, Tessier underneath it, fouls it back. And even on a slower pitch like that, where they throw the breaking ball with the off speed, Tessier did exactly what he needed to do. Reached across the plate, just got a tip on it. And we'll go back to a payoff here for the 2nd consecutive time. Tessier looks to be going to shallow center, and an easy play there. Stepping inside to make it was the center fielder, Deo Marcil. And that will do it. The Red Sox get 1, and it's a 1-run game. Still nice and tight as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. And when we come back, it's Trois-Riviere looking to extend their lead. Top 3rd to get underway, and Hunter Laporte back on the rubber for his 3rd consecutive inning. Allowed 4 runs, 3 the first, but only 1 in the second. We'll see if he can top that here in the top 3. Gauthier fires this one, skies it to center field. And while fighting the sun, but on a cloudy, smoky day here at Kingston, there's not much sun to fight. And an easy grab there, I believe that's Andrew Webster out in center field. And there's a quick one down as the top of the order, Samuel Gauthier, flies it out. So Sam Desmarais, as the top of the order for the Blackbirds, did great work in the 1st inning. They obviously were the ones to score those 3 runs. We'll see if they can try to spark something just like they did again. Reignite that ignition. But a solid start for Laporte in his field. Getting that big first out on the leadoff hitter. That's a strike on the outside. Split the first 2 pitches. That's a hold off and take ball 2. As first time out, Gauthier and Desmarais both got around to score. I believe Desmarais hit I believe a double and was able to hit home. Gauthier, this one piped to the second baseman. Not much to do as he just stands still, puts up his glove, and a nice catch there by Edison Jabrin. And there's 2 up, 2 gone. And a chance to retire the side in order. And here's Joey Blanchet. It's first pitch for a ball. And what a swinger this would be for the Red Sox in a one-run ball game if they could retire the top of the order in concurrent fashion. Blanchette flies this one off the third baseline, and will it stay fair? It's a fair ball. It was riding down the left field line, and it drops down in fair territory. And Joey Blanchette, maybe a bit of a blooper, but gets aboard first base with a single. And that will keep the inning alive. For the top of the inning, here's Jaden Renault, the third baseman, who's had to make some great plays at third base. Especially one of them, I remember he reached all the way across his body when that ball was blistered to him. As that ball was thrown to first, it looked like it got the top of the helmet of Joey Blanchette. He looks to be okay, though, as he fired it up right away with a smile on his face. As it was in and out of the glove of Lee and just kind of popped on top of his helmet. We're down to second, they'll test him, and Blanchette no slide needed as it pops into the glove of Jabreen. So runner now in scoring position. Test him again. Laporte loves to test base runners. Not afraid of it at all. If you're on base, like you're gonna get tested. You are not off limits. Nobody is. He's probably tested about 80% of the runners he's had on bases. Just making sure they're all on their toes. Hasn't got out many, but definitely sends him a message. He'll test him again. Throw down to second and stepping back in time. But it kind of looks like Blanchette is not the biggest fan of it. He looks a bit annoyed, but he'll take a couple steps off second base and get his lead off. Renault pulls this one right up the gap to left field. It's a green light for Blanchette around third. The throw's gotta be quick, but it's not quick enough. And it's 5-3 as that ball's thrown to second and misplayed all the way to center field. He's trying to go all the way around. It'll get held up at the last second as Jaden Renault looks like he had a single, but a throw to home plate allowed him to go to second, and the throw to second that was misplayed all the way to center field allows him to go to third, and it looked like we could have seen a Little League home run, but he stays at third base. Exciting times as Jaden Renault gets an RBI. It's 5-3 now for the Blackbirds. And there's Xavier Gibaudan at the plate. One through the first two pitches. Gibaudan didn't start in the field. I believe he's at first base right now, and leading back to get away from it for ball two. But it's just the dynamic lineup that the Blackbirds have, able to put players wherever needed, up and down the lineup. Can utilize anybody. And that's what makes successful teams that go far. Well, the 2-1. Holds off ball three and a chance to put runners in the corners if we see one more. Port's got to be careful here. Still two outs. Will step off for the we'll test Renault for the first time, who just got aboard. Told you nobody's safe if Hunter Laporte's on the rubber. Go back to a 3-1. And that gets a piece of Gibaudan, and he'll head to first base. After he gets it, looks like just off the shoulder blade, closer to the back. And we'll bring up Romeo Nocido, who walked his first time up. I believe it was 4 straight balls on that last at-bat. Orleans head coach comes to our official pitch count people and ask what the pitch count is, keeping an eye on it. As Hunter Laporte will probably go to the maximum if he's 13 years old. I know it's 95. If he's 12, it's 85 pitches. And Nosy Dahl, lone home run in this tournament, has 2 runners on. First pitch, holds off, will take it for a strike. Runner down to second as well. As he looked, that was definitely a pitch to swing at, but held off. Wants to wait for one he can really get a hold off. We'll have the 0-1. Outside, DeBoll gets in front of it. As that could have been dangerous. You saw Renault a couple aggressive strides down the base path in case that got away from him. Of the 1-1. Breaking ball, gets the top of the zone for strike 2, freezes him up. And Laporte's got an opportunity to send his team to the offense here. The 1-2 delivery. Got him. Drop strike 3. DeBow, easy play, and that will do it. They get out of the runners, 2 runners in scoring position. Jam, and only allow 1 run in the top of the 3rd. It's 5-3 as the Orleans Red Sox, who have scored 3 runs, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, look for more in the bottom of the 3rd when we come back. Bottom 3 as we join you back here in beautiful Kingston, Ontario on a bit of a smoky day, as it is for across the majority of southern Ontario and other parts of Canada. And first pitch on the inside for our leadoff hitter, Cole Rain. We'll see Andrew Webster with both of their first at-bats before we turn to the top of the order for Edison Jabreen, the confirmed 3, as Rain will foul that one off. Mathieu back on the bump for his second consecutive, was only allowed 1 run after he inherited a runner as well. After coming in relief for the starter, Samuel Gauthier. It's a quick 0-2 count here for Rain after he fouls that one back as well. Here's the pitch. Pulls it, did it right fair, just goes foul. It gave it a great opportunity for a while, but must have just skipped outside that white base. So keep it at an 0-2 count. Matthew has gave him some stuff to hit. Rain has found contact, but nothing fair. There's the first ball. Or pardon me, I believe that's the second ball. I believe it's a 2-2 count. Two from Matthew. And it's ball 3 to move the count to being full. As Rain has worked it. And the leadoff batter will see a payoff. And strike 3 on the inside will get to the backstop. Rain's got a chance to throw down to first on the money. And there's one down after Rain will end up striking out as he takes one seeing on the inside.
Now batting, number 16, Andrew Webster.
And that was fast reaction time from Sam Desmarais behind the plate to react and get that ball rapidly down to first base. And there's Andrew Webster as we've worked our way through the order. First pitch, a little bit of an off-speed one, gets the strike. The 0-1. That's inside. I had to skip away from it. I had to be careful there. Looked like when he jumped, he kind of swung his bat a little bit. And 1-1 fouled back will bring him to strike 2. Chance for a strikeout here for Mathieu. Webster gets it on the inside. A chopper to second, play to first, got him. Has St. Louis able to handle it. And they're 2 up, 2 gone for the Blackbirds. Trying to maintain their lead, not as big as yesterday at this point in the ball game. Well, Trois-Riviere was up by, I believe, about 11, around there, 10 to 15 in that type of range. As leadoff hitter, or top of the order, I should say, Edison Jabreen due back up. He singled his first time up. Would love to find that again. As the sun is peeking through the clouds here, lights up the field a little bit more. Jabreen gets a hold of that one, pulls it to right field for a base hit. And it's 2 for 2 on the ball game for Edison Jabreen. That's why he hits at the top of the order. Makes good contact, and here's Liam McInnes to follow him up, who walked his first time up. It's strike 1 to McInnes. And we'll see, keep an eye on Jabreen and how aggressive he is on the base paths. Understand there's 2 outs, but gotta take a chance if you want to score. McInnes skies this one to center field, backing up. Sun's in his eyes, doesn't matter. That's why you wear sunglasses. And so that will do it for the bottom 3. They strand 1, who started at first base. The Blackbirds will look to extend their lead when we return. You're watching the 2026 Eastern Canadian Intermediate Championships, Day 2, Game 1. top of the 4th inning as we enter the second half of this ball game. And Orleans will enter a new pitcher at the mound. Number 7, Thomas Tessier will come in relief after Hunter Laporte goes 3 innings, 5 runs allowed. And well, 5 runs through 3 innings. And as I mentioned, the Blackbirds put up quite a few this time of the game yesterday in their big win. So very well done by Laporte against a very offensively heavy team. And here's Theo Marcil to lead things out for the Blackbirds. Swings on that one for a strike, and we'll start this at-bat off with a pair going each way. Or pardon me, 1-1 going each way. On the 1-1 pitch. Now it's way up high. Maybe kind of throw off the sense of Marcil with a pitch like that. We'll see if Tessier gets into a rhythm early. The 2-1. Marcil pipes this one to right field. It is deep, and it's a one-hopper over the fence for a ground rule double. Theo Marcil gets all of that ball. And he'll get aboard second base for a leadoff double. And again, we've seen a couple of those where there's a consideration of, has it gone yard? That one does stay in the park. Yet to see anybody, but as I've mentioned, Romeo Nocido, number 32 of the Blackbirds' very own, do it yet this tournament. And there's Thomas Gauthier, who struck out his last time up with his second time through. First pitch on the outside for a ball 1. And we got Thomas Tessier taking on Thomas Gauthier, so I want to call it the Battle of the Thomases. And we'll see who will win it, as it's Thomas Tessier who gets the best of that last pitch. Here's the 1-1. Holds off, high and inside, ball 2. As we got 3 Thomases in this game as well. You also got Thomas Bouchard of the Red Sox. I believe the most common name throughout these 2 lineups. Gauthier gets this one nice and high into foul territory. Just kind of entering the street that's behind us off of the first base line. With a bunch of very nice parked cars. Now bring him to 2 strikes. Chance here for Tessier to pick up his first punch out since joining the ball game of the 2-2. And we're going to a full count. So the Battle of the Thomases will end in a payoff pitch. The question, which way will it go? Lightly hit in the infield. A hard bouncer. Shortstop juggles it to his bare hand, and Gauthier will beat the throw. And so, runners in the corners as Gauthier will get aboard. And, well, decent recovery there from the Red Sox shortstop. I believe that's Grayson Peters, who took a hard bounce, able to kind of get it off his body and makeshift it to his bare hand, and the toss to first just a tad late. And here's Nathan Mathieu, who singled his last time up and was able to get around. I remember he singled to first, then second, third, home. Stole all 3 of the next bases and then the plate. Runner down to second, put 2 in scoring position. Here's the 1-0. Holds off, ball 2. Holds off again. That go down to third. And Marcel will get back in time. It's another one of those risky ones where that throw was a tad too high and looked like it was going over Marcel's head, so the third baseman has to reach over the runner to make the grab. He's able to handle it that time, though, so it won't spill all the way to left field. 3-0 pitch incoming for Mathieu. Get the automatic strike as they'll earn one back in the count. On the 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4 and the bases are loaded. As Mathieu, not much struggle with that at bat. A lot of, probably 3 balls that were very low, and then that last one, the finisher, way up high above the strike zone. It's Améric Fournier who walked his last time up with the chance with the bases loaded to really extend the lead for the Blackbirds. Their biggest lead coming back in the first inning before the Red Sox even had a chance at the offense when it was 3-0. As head coach of the Sox will bring everybody in. Talk it out. And so everyone dispersed back to their positions, and Fournier ready to take a stab at it. First pitch from Tessier, got himself in a bit of a pickle. Strike 1. Line outside. We'll split the first 2. One. Up high again, ball 2, and if you're Tessier, listen, if you're gonna let them score, don't want to let them score on your own end, being ball 4 for a walk. 2-1. And a swing from Fournier for strike 2. Had a chance at it, it was well placed. And a chance for Tessier to get one back going his way. Out number 1 is the first step to getting out of this jam. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Fournier will foul it back and we'll keep this party going. We'll go back to a 2-2. Got him. Strike 3 swinging. On a bit of a change up there from Tessier. And he gets the first punch out since joining the ball game in out number 1. And that's a good first step for the Red Sox to try to get them out of this jam. As we'll have bottom of the order, Louis St. Louis, second time up. Swings out one on the inside. That was very much so by the hands. Still took a stab at it. The 0-1, and DeVoe gets in front of it. I wanted a chance to get through, but DeVoe has been good. A little bit, had some holes in the first inning, but since then has been very solid in keeping balls in front of him. 1-1 pitch. St. Louis pulls this one fair down the right field line. This will do some damage. 1 run scores, getting rounded around is Gauthier. And it's 2 RBIs and a single for Luc St. Louis. And he's opened the scoring, the lead, the biggest it's been for Trois-Riviere at 7-3. As he got all of that ball and gave it a ride. Perfectly hit too, right down the base path. Can't ask for much more. And you just got to shake down one off of your Tessier. Can't let this lead get much bigger if you still want a chance. Toss down to second. They will test him despite runner being at third. Two now in scoring position. Samuel Gauthier, deep to center field. It is gone. It's a 3-run shot for Samuel Gauthier as the Blackbirds put a statement in this one. It's double digits as it's 10-3. As he destroyed that baseball. Got the pitch he wanted, and that is the second home run of the 2026 Eastern Canadian Intermediate Championships. Off the bat of the top of the order hitter. And while the only one else to do so is teammate Romeo Nocido. And this gap is now wider than it's, well, ever been. 7 runs the difference. And with only 1 out, gotta find a way to get out of it. As Sam Desmarais has gotta find a way. Well, you come to the plate after a home run has happened. You're jolted with energy, and with nobody on you, I'll see if you can spark someone else. That's a walk there for Desmarais. As for Tessier, hasn't been able to find a rhythm since coming into the game, and Red Sox head coach looks like he's going to make some switches here in the field, and we'll see if that will do it for the afternoon for Thomas Tessier. I believe it will. As they call on the left fielder. As Tessier will join the field.
Final pitch count for Tessier was 30 pitches. 30 pitches.
30 pitches is what Tessier goes. So I believe a 1 day's rest for number 7 this afternoon, wearing the dark blue and the red sleeves. As we'll see who is joining the mound. Number 18, Thomas Bouchard, who started behind the plate, will make his debut this afternoon on the bump. And has to do it when the Blackbirds offense is firing all cylinders. Tall task, and we'll see if Bouchard is up for it. As we'll go back to that home run we saw moments ago from Samuel Gauthier. He had a fly ball his last time to center field, hit it deep. But he just got all of that ball, and you could kind of tell it had a chance. There's been a few that have had a chance so far throughout the tournament, and it's hard to tell as well, the outfielder's back right up to the fence. We've seen a couple ground rule doubles, but that one just had a little bit of a different mojo to it. As Bouchard looks good to go, and first battle he'll face is Joey Blanchette, who won a single his last time up.
21, Joey Blanchette.
We'll get it underway. Stealing right away is Damaray. Chopper in the infield. First baseman scoops it up, and Albert will make the play. Well, pardon me, that's on Albert. That's Cole Rain will make the play. And he's able to gather it and get out number 2.
Now batting number 23, Jaden.
Looks like runner was also able to advance to third as well, as Sam Damaray will head back to the dugout due to the 2-out catcher rule. Has to get his stuff on, ready to play defense in the bottom of the inning. And Joey Blanchette, who just got out on the ground ball, will take his place at third base. And here's Jaden Renault. RBI single his last time up, and while the runner at third has a chance to replicate that. First pitch, pulls it to the third baseman, hard skip, and he'll be able to get the first safe and sound. And they will score as well. It's another RBI single for Renault. Blanchette will score, and it's 11-3.
Now batting number 22, Xavier Jobidon.
And here's Xavier Jobidon, who walked earlier in the ball game. Runner going to second. They will try him. Debo fires down. And an easy steal there from Renault, as he's now in a scoring position. And that will get him in the back as well. Gibadon will join first base as he'll slowly walk down the base path. It's 2 on for Romeo Nocido. And Nocido with 2 on. Trying to add to this damage as the Red Sox head coach will have a word with home plate umpire. As we see some Oakville Whitecaps just off the third base line, gearing up for their, I believe, 2 o'clock start. As that ball gets to the backstop, both runners on the go, and they'll both advance a base. Now 2 in scoring position. As I mentioned, we'll see the Whitecaps in game 2. Their opponent will be the Cornwall Riverettes. 2 teams on different sides of the win column, as Cornwall lost yesterday to Trois-Riviere. And, well, the Whitecaps won the most exciting game of the day in an 8-7 thriller against the Kingston Colts in our nightcap. And a quick 2-0 lead to Nocido. And it's a 3-0 lead at that. Kind of seems like pitchers are kind of afraid to throw him something down the middle, as he walked earlier in the game as well. On the 3-0 pitch from Bouchard. He'll get one back on the other half. Keep him there. The 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4. The bases are loaded once again, as it's another walk second of the ball game for Nocido. And here's Theo Marcil, who doubled earlier in the game with a very powerful hit. I believe it was ground rule double. Well, if you can find that type of power again, it would do some damage. And would kind of, well, would put them, couldn't even find a double-digit lead here potentially. That run being labeled at second. Marcial over Talvit, hits it to second base, and a weird bounce. He's unable to locate it. It's a base hit. Renault gets around. Here comes a second one sliding in there, safe and sound. As Xavier Jobaudon joins Renault, and it's 13-3 after an 8-run inning here in the top of the fourth. As things are now wide open. And at this point, the Red Sox just gotta find a way to get out of it. As we knew the Blackbirds were capable of this offense, but it seemed for a while that the Red Sox were able to contain them, but, well, the floodgates have opened.
Batting number 7, Thomas Gauthier.
Here's Thomas Gauthier. 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Threw 2 times through the order. Chance to get himself an RBI. And it's ball 1 on the outside. So as I mentioned, we'll have Oakville-Cornwall game 2, and at 5 o'clock it's the Ottawa West Twins, the only team we haven't seen so far in the tournament. They'll take on the Diamond, who won their first game yesterday. And that's ball 2 on the outside. As this, if it stands, as the close to the final results, will still do wonders for the Blackbirds' run differential and make them uncatchable if they start to win out. As Gauthier will take strike 1 in the count. Two-one pitch. Gauthier fouls it back, and a pair of strikes against him now. We'll split the first 4 pitches, a pair going each way. For Orleans, they will play tomorrow against the host team, the Colts, in our 5 o'clock game. As Gauthier underneath of it, backing up is Desbeaux, looking for something, but will just get out of catchable territory. And for Trois-Riviere, they'll play the 2 p.m. game against Diamond. We'll have the battle of the 2 Quebec teams in that one, so keep a lookout for it. That one will be good. 2 teams that won very handedly yesterday. Instead of 2-2 count after the last foul ball, here's the pitch to Gauthier. Fouls it back, and we'll see another one. Round 3, how about it? Gauthier wants time, won't be given it. And a foul back again, 3rd consecutive. What a battle from the kid. As this has been easily our longest inning of them all. As all the offense has been done here, but Gauthier just extending it like his life depends on it, fouling all these balls back. Still looking for a fair one. 2-2. He'll do it again. And well, just running the pitch count up of Bouchard as well. Fifth consecutive 2-2 pitch, and that will end it. Strike 3 after many, many pitches. Thomas Bouchard will come up on top and send us to a bottom of the 4th inning. The Blackbirds offense has ignited, scoring 8 runs there in the top of the 4th, and they have a 10-run lead. And when we come back, Orleans got to find a way to match it. You're watching the 2026 Eastern Canadian Intermediate Championships. Bottom 4 as we join you back here in cricket.
Number 11, Gracie Pierce.
And well, quite the long top of the 4th inning as the Blackbirds have scored 8 runs. Leading things off, Grayson Pierce, Hunter Laporte, as Pierce skies this one to center field, and that's over top of Samuel Gaultier out there in the outfield. And how about a leadoff double for the young fella? And that's a way to potentially spark some offense. You're going to need a bit more of a spark than that, but already a runner in scoring position as Pierce gets on. And here's Hunter Laporte, the starting pitcher this afternoon for the Red Sox. We'll have another at-bat here, and well, game hasn't gone their way as of recently, but we'll see if they can kind of work off that momentum that Pierce just tried to create. You can see there Laporte having the pencil bat in hand, a popular bat that has kind of gone around, spread very widely across the league. They love the pencil bat. He's got the blue and pink color wave as well. You see a lot of unique stuff like that, but I gotta say, one of my favorite bats has to be the pencil bat. Especially if you get it in that, you know, that original color, maybe with the yellow background, maybe with some green lettering, just like you're holding it back in elementary school. Quick 2-0 lead for Laporte. This one's a fair ball. Chopper to third base, slows on down. Gotta be quick. 5-3. In time. They beat Laporte to first base, advanced a runner to third. Fast reaction time there from Renault, who has been phenomenal this ball game at third base. Able to make the play, and there's one down.
Now batting number 18, Thomas Bouchard.
And there's Thomas Bouchard, who joined the ball game in the mound in the last inning. First pitch from Mathieu up the middle, and will split the infielders, and an RBI for Bouchard as Pierce will score. And the Red Sox chip away at 1. And you can hear the dugout will never give up hope. I just heard one of the Red Sox yell, "We're back in this, boys." They're down by 9, but hey, I love that they still feel like it's in reach, as that's the exact attitude they have to have. Strike 1 on Debo. As they're not out of it yet, they just gotta find a way to get fired up on the offense. 0-1. Debo up the middle. Will it get past the infielders? Able to keep it as the shortstop. Looking for the double play. Won't be able to get it, but they get one. The fielder's choice with the out at second. As able to contain that one was Joey Blanchette. Now that will send Laporte back, Bouchard back to the dugout and keep a runner at first. And there's Cale Sear. Trying to keep the inning alive. First big pitch from Mathieu, who stays in the ball game in relief for the starter Samuel Gaultier. Strike on the outer half to begin this at-bat. Mathieu has been solid, only 1 run allowed since joining the ball game. And strike 2 as it looked like Sear tried to shrink himself as that ball had a bit of braking on it. Started on the outside, came back in. It's an 0-2 lead. Mathieu a chance to end the inning. And he will. Get Sear swinging, no contact. And it's cleanly done by the Blackbirds, who allow 1 run, but after scoring 8 in the top of the inning, doesn't matter a whole lot. When we come back, top of the 5th, and Trois-Riviere a chance to extend their lead. Top 5 as we join you back here at Cricket Field in Kingston. And well, if you're here for the 4th, the lead has been opened. It's 13-4 after an 8-run inning from the Blackbirds and a chance to, well, add to their tally here. Thomas Bouchard back of the mound. Mathieu ambush, first pitch swing and skips on past the shortstop and able to get a unique play as he chips it to his second baseman. The throw to Lee is a tad late though, and it's a leadoff single for Nathan Mathieu. Because that's 2 for 2 on the day as well for Mathieu. On a single and a walk, and make that his second single. And there's Emerick Fournier, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. And Bouchard, that inning slipped away from him in the top of the 4th inning, but new inning here and gonna put that one to the side and move past it and try to get into a rhythm. As Fournier fouls that one back as well. And we'll start off with a quick 2 strikes. As we'll see Fournier and then St. Louis. And if the inning is extended past the first 3 batters, we'll see back to the top of the order for Gauthier. That being Samuel. 0-2. In the dirt to the backstop. There goes runner down to second as he sees an opportunity, and Mathieu will make it successful. Moves himself into a scoring position. It's also the first ball in the count as well. There's the 1-2. Whip to the backstop again. Back to back. There goes Mathieu. One corner to the next as he steals a pair of bases. And we saw this earlier from Nathan Mathieu after his first initial single. He stole second, then third, and then home, and he's already 2/3 of the way there from impeding it in the top of the 5th. The 2-2. It's ball 3, and he's worked a full count. And after it was 0-2, we'll find out if Bouchard, after giving up 3 balls, can finish it off here. We'll have the payoff pitch. And it's 4 straight balls for Fournier, who wins the full count. And will put runners in the corners. And for Bouchard, had the 0-2 lead. Fournier quite aggressive at the bats as well. Just not able to find the finisher. And there's Luc St. Louis, who started out in center field, has since then moved to second base. Outside, ball 1. And so you can definitely see the smokiness, which once was in the air in the morning, has definitely died down a tad. I know the air quality was supposed to dip from what it was this morning, as it was around double digits. As St. Louis swings on that one for a strike. So much better atmosphere here in Kingston. It will only get better as the day goes on. I've heard Little League tournaments going all around the place. I know there's a tournament, the senior tournament going on in Oakville. I know they were also having the same problem as this one. This one to the backstop. Here comes Mathieu, looking to make a trifecta of stolen bases, and it's successful. As Nathan Mathieu comes across, and it's a double-digit lead once more for the Blackbirds. They make it 14-4. As he does it again, stole second, stole third, and then ends it off with a stolen plate. And it looks like that might do it for Thomas Bouchard, as he looks like he is favoring his lower half. And he will come out of the game, I believe, on his own terms. And a pitching change here for the Red Sox. 29 pitches, the final count for Thomas Bouchard, so we'll have at least a 1 day's rest. We'll be able to pitch tomorrow.
29 pitches, 29.
As tomorrow the Red Sox will take on the Kingston Colts in the 5 o'clock game. And new pitcher coming to the mound, it looks to be number 14, Lachlan Albert,
Now pitching,
who comes in
number
from the
14,
outfield
Lachlan
to the bump.
Albert.
Inherits a runner at first, and no outs in the inning. As it's a 2-1 count as we sit right now, he'll also inherit that from St. Louis. As the sun's starting to come out, we didn't have any sun yesterday. It was clouds galore in Kingston, so kind of kept everything hid away. And the sun isn't crazy today, but it's definitely out. And I'm sure it will just shine more and more as the day goes on. As we're good to get back underway. As Lachlan Albert ready to make his debut and believe in the tournament. As we'll continue this 2-1 count for St. Louis. Fouls it back. Bring him to a pair of strikes. And well, chance for Albert to find a strikeout real early on into his appearance to this game. And that's one way to create a rhythm. 2-2. And we'll move to a full count. St. Louis gets that one up high. Gauthier and on deck circle as we go back to the top of the order after St. Louis. Here's the payoff. St. Louis gets onto it, dives down in deep infield. Shallow center able to pick it up, fire at the second, got him in time. So they will get the fielder's choice with the out at second. And big props to Andrew Webster, who was able to cover the distance as that ball died down in shallow center and pretty much the infield, like deep into the dirt. And so they get one. And here's Samuel Gauthier, the home run man himself. Hit a 3-1 shot to center field his last time up. And you know he'd love to replicate it here. Take strike one on the first pitch. Oh, one. DeBow will test first. And sliding back there in time was Fournier. A heavy swing from Gauthier again, and he's 0-2 down. Probably filled with confidence after that home run last time up, so not afraid to take a chance at anything he likes. 0-2. And we'll see a ball. Outside. Continues his count. I believe it's full. It's a full count for Samuel Gauthier. And we'll have the payoff pitch from Albert. Outside, ball 4. And he works a walk to advance St. Louis to his scoring position and bring up Sam Desmarais. The Blackbirds have kind of really taken a stranglehold onto this game. Just after that top of the 4th inning, kind of feels that everything's just going their way right now. And it is a 10-run mercy rule after 5, and that would meet the threshold right now, up by 10. So the Red Sox would have to score a minimum of just 1 run in the bottom of the inning. No, 2, pardon me. My mistake. I was correct the first time, just 1. Just 1, as that would keep them at 9. It's an early morning here at Cake City. We get better as the day goes on. A 1-1 pitch here to Desmarais. Holds off, and it pierces the top of the strike zone. And 2 strikes against Desmarais. Chance for Albert. Still searching for his first punch-out since joining the game and coming into relief for Bouchard. He'll deliver the 1-2. Got him! Desmarais freezes up, and it paints the outside for a punch-out for Lachlan Albert. And there's 2 down.
Now batting number 21, Joey Blanchette.
And there's Joey Blanchette at a single earlier in the game. A chance for the Red Sox to send him back to the offense, only needing 1. With 2 runners on, though, could change. Blanchette trying to change it. Popped up in foul territory, and it looks like he will get outside the fence. We'll start with an 0-1 count. See how aggressive Blanchette is. His team's got the lead, so not a whole lot of risk taking chances on pitches on potential the outside, but he still likes, and he fouls that one off again, just over top of it, or pardon me, underneath of it. And 0-2 going Albert's way. Chance to end the top of the inning and send his team to the offense. With 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Blanchette fires this one right up the alley. Did he make the grab? I believe it potentially was a 1-hopper. No, he did. I was a bit confused there initially, as it looked like everyone kind of stayed still, but he made the grab underhand, just about maybe a foot off the grass to end the top of the inning. As that was Cale Sear out in left field. Confused me, but it doesn't matter. That's the end of the top of the 5th, and when we come back, the Red Sox need 1 to avoid the mercy rule. Bottom 5 and the 10-run difference between these two. And Mathieu back on the bump, who has been so solid, only allowing 1 run since he joined the ball game. And how about the other reliever who joined us in the top of the inning, Lachlan Albert, with his, I believe, 3rd time through. 1, Albert likes that again. Mathieu threw him something a little nasty with some off speed and kind of mistimes it. And he's a quick 2 strikes down. Mathieu trying to make quick work. The 0-2 pitch. Just on the inside. That is a quality take there from Lachlan to keep himself alive. 1-2. Got him. Strike 3 as Albert hesitates, but it's located in the outside corner, and there's 1 down. And he continues his phenomenal performance on the hump. And there's Malcolm Lee, who started at first base. Strike 1 looking. Lee struck out earlier in the game as well. Just got to get somebody on if you want to keep this game alive, and well, give your team a chance to advance them into a quality position, and obviously the end goal will get them home. But right now, an 0-2 hole hit for Lee. Got to battle. Can't afford to go down with 2 outs. In a do-or-die situation, 0-2. In play to the shortstop. Easily held. Play to first in time. That's not much delay there from Joey Blanchette. Makes an easy routine play, and there's 2 gone.
Batting number 7, Thomas Tessier.
And there's Thomas Tessier trying to keep things alive for the Red Sox. They need 1 run, and they're down to their final out. And so Tessier would be the man to do it. He represents the tying run, or pardon me, the game run that keeps the game going. I don't know if there's a name for that, but especially with the mercy rules, but that's what I'm going to call it. Fouls the first pitch back for a strike. Love the 0-1. Down to the dirt, takes a bounce. And we'll split the first 2 pitches. Tessier, we saw him at the mound briefly for the Red Sox, pitched an inning or 2. There's the 1-1 from Mathieu. Strike 2 on the outside, just so quality. And he's making quick work here of the Red Sox lineup, and he's got a chance to win it for his team. The Blackbirds looking to go 2-0 through 2 days. The 1-2. Tessier. Pop up in the infield, and an easy play for Joey Blanchette, who will win it for the Trois-Riviere Blackbirds as they move to 2-0 through 2 days with a 14-4 mercy rule win over the Orleans Red Sox. And for the Red Sox, they dropped their 2nd consecutive game and will look to bounce back tomorrow. So that will do it for game number 1, but don't go anywhere. I believe there might be a tad delay on the scheduled 2 o'clock game due to our delay on this initial game, but we will be live, so subscribe and hit that notification bell on the Kingston Baseball Association YouTube channel as we're covering the entirety of the 2026 Eastern Canadian Intermediate Championships. Our 2 o'clock game. It's the Oakville Whitecaps in the Cornwall Riverettes. You won't want to miss it. For producer Ryan Hennessy, I've been Jacob Ewing. This one ends 14-4 for the Trois-Riviere Blackbirds over the